Travis winged it, so. Day 15 of the coronavirus status watch for Elder Dale G. Renlund. They're hoping Mormons have forgotten, I guess. But day 15 is bad. Let me bring up the CDC's government site assessment regarding coronavirus. CDC.gov. Available data indicate that persons with mild to moderate COVID-19 remain infectious no longer than 10 days after. That's what Renlund was reported with having, that it was a mild, not moderate, mild. And so 10 days, which would have been the 15th, which would have been Tuesday, he should have been sent home like Gong was to isolate for the full period and no longer be in quarantine. Persons with more severe to critical illness or severe immunocompromise likely remain infectious no longer than 20 days after symptom onset. So technically, we have until the 25th, because obviously Renlund does not have mild. It intensified, was increased to a moderate, or, well, not moderate, to a critical or severe. This is according to the CDC. This is what the health professionals are reporting to the CDC, and this is the assessment of the CDC, which means Renlund is critical and severe. Any questions? This is your brain on drugs. And so this is why there is no reporting. This is why the church is keeping this a secret. This is going to damage the church. They keep pushing, and they just barely pushed. Phase 3! We're going to phase 3 for temples. Yay! Everybody gets coronavirus. You get coronavirus. You get coronavirus. You get coronavirus. It's COVID Oprah. Somebody's already done that joke. Sorry. It's not mine. Can't claim me for it. But this is what the CDC says. He's going to likely remain infectious no longer than 20 days. And like I said, it's day 15. Today is day 15. And so it's after day 10, which means Renlund is critical or severe. And they're not telling us. They're keeping it a secret. Recovered persons can continue to shed detectable SARS-CoV-2 RNA in upper respiratory specimens for up to 3 months after illness onset, albeit at concentrations considerably lower than during illness. So yes, for 3 months, people are still spreading the virus, but the concentration, it's not my manner of speech, is less. And so, yeah, you pretty much have to be kissing a person to spread it from that point. And notice, Trump, after he comes home miraculously cured, oh, I'm going to kiss you guys. Yeah, Trump doesn't kiss people. He's a germaphobe. Remember? Oh, now all of a sudden he wants to shake hands with people and get close to people and kiss people and yeah. Can someone say fraud, deception, plot to assassinate and destroy America and Americans? So yeah, this is the church. And so the significance of all this is, remember that story in the Bible about some Exodus with some dude named Moses? Remember what triggered the Exodus? The death of the firstborn of Egypt from coronavirus, including Pharaoh's firstborn, who is the heir to the throne. So yes, I'm waiting for Renlund to die so that we can have this Exodus finally, so that we can end this torture. But Judge Campbell is the one who's saying no. And despite the evidence that I've been presenting of murder and plotting to overthrow American government, she still is adding herself to this plot to overthrow the American government with murder because of her delays. You can't delay in an emergency national crisis, and she's done it. So yeah, even if the firstborn of Pharaoh dies, I have no confidence in the judge finally giving in and saying, okay, fine, Travis, you win. Go. Take your money that has been stolen and hacked by Russia and go. Doesn't it mean I don't get any money because Russia took it all? Alrighty. God. And it also says the duration and robustness of immunity to SARS-CoV-2 remains under investigation. Based on what we know from other related human coronaviruses, people appear to become susceptible to reinfection around 90 days after onset of infection. So there you have it. We're doomed. They purposely spread and escalated this virus with the sole purpose, which has now been leaked. This was their plot from the beginning, to infect everyone. Trump, back in January, knew and had his plan set up to infect everyone. And Herbert conformed and complied, and Nelson conformed and complied. This is the biggest coup d'etat ever. This is an all-out slaughter war. As the press are not doing a good enough job investigating this, not reporting the actual conspiracy. And remember, the GOP acquitted Trump. Gee, oh, I'm sure he'll behave after being yeah, as we were all screaming, no, it's gonna get worse. But it does get worse. My Book of Mormon Decoded, Tree of Life Dream, only has 40 views in the past 21 hours, which is average good. But my Book of Mormon Code, X marks the spot, only 37 views in 16 hours, average good still, like I said. But remember that gospel lessons guy who spreads misinformation about Mormonism as a Mormon himself, as I have to correct his information, and of course nobody comes to my videos? 4,900 views in just 10 hours for the great earthquake in the last days before the second coming of Jesus Christ. There is no second coming. 1 Nephi chapter 1 verse 2, the learning of the Jews. The Jews don't believe in a second coming because they don't believe he came already. He definitely didn't come during the Roman period. He failed. So, again, 4,900 in 10 hours. You know, I mean, yeah, it's a great thumbnail picture. I mean, compared to mine, mine's crap. Even my one with the Book of Mormon cover, which is awesome. I think it's an awesome cover. I want a Book of Mormon like that. I mean, if we were passing those around as missionaries, man, we'd get everybody joining. Tithing, yeah, whatever, I want this cover. But, I mean, my hell. The guy does not know Mormonism, and yet everybody's using him as the teacher. Oh, mighty master, we follow thee. Dear God. Oh, Colin Jost. He get set up to roast his wife. Fair Mormon and Mormon Apologetics in 2020. Oh, it's premiering at 10 a.m. today. Yay. So there's another one. He'll get hundreds of thousands of views in 10 hours. And he is clueless about Mormonism. Oh, I might want to go back to church. I don't think they'll let me, but I could consider it. They'd have to change a few things, but I'll go back to worshiping Satan. And the thumbnail cut off the heads of the top row of superheroes. God, YouTube sucks. That was an awesome collage. Man. So yeah, only 31 views for in the past 9 hours for LDS Prophet Renlund, still in the hospital after 14 days. 16 for the superhero one. Nobody wants to see it. Yeah. Battle of the Dream Wars, being woken up in the middle of the night. Didn't get woken up this night. I woke up with Renlund's death to further report to the judge, but it's going to be in vain. Only 51 for the Secret Latter-day Book of Mormon Code condemning Mormons. I mean, that's not as good a quality cover as the one on the Book of Mormon Code X marks the spot. I mean, yeah, my picture when I was locked up by the church, you know, cool and all, long flowing hair. But the two pyramids, oh, no comparison. See, their heads are back on this one. So yeah, we're gonna do a little comment check and end this video. But yeah, this is what I'm waiting for. Yeah, nobody's commented. Nobody cares. I'm exposing the church. The church is toast. We're just waiting for Renlund to die so that we can proceed with the Exodus, so we can save lives. Nobody cares. Everybody just wants to die. I mean, you guys might not make it to see Wonder Woman 1984 on HBO Max. Don't you want to watch Wonder Woman? Why would you risk your life? You know, Disney Plus announced all the fun stuff that's coming out next year. Don't you want to live to see them? I mean, seriously? Oh, God. I better see my grandparents for the last time. Unbelievable. I mean, that's an awesome picture. You know, Lot was destroyed because they couldn't find 10 righteous. Oh, God. Mormons just want to turn back and turn into a pillar of salt.